Hello, this is I Fix Things back again for another video, and today I bought explaining what the problem is. I'm not really fixing anything, although I already fixed this problem. So I'm just explaining it to you guys in case you have the same problem. I bought this 2DS here for $25 on Craigslist. Good deal, but the guy said there was one problem with it. When he pressed the power button, I'm not going to do it now because I already fixed it. When he presses the power button, the light would turn on blue and the screen wouldn't turn on at all and it would just shut off. I asked him if it made a popping noise because that's a thing that usually happens with a lot of people, and he said it did not. So immediately I'm like, okay, I can probably fix it still. It's usually just some battery problem. So I figured the battery needed replaced. So I got it home after I went and picked it up. I brought it home, and the back of it's right there. I already took the back off. I brought it home and I took the back off, and there's two screws right there and right there next to it when the back's on. Took out the battery, made sure there wasn't any like water in there or anything, although that's kind of sticky. And immediately I saw corrosion on the battery. So I cleaned off the corrosion a little bit. There's still some on there, you can see, but cleaned it off, put the battery back in, and immediately when I pressed the power button, guess what I saw? The light stayed on and it booted just fine, no problems. Everything was perfect. Bumpers were working, the joystick was working, and I'm like, okay, cool, looks like I got a 2DS. And I ran a game and it worked just fine. Everything on this console is working perfectly, except for the fact it didn't come with an SD card, which isn't a big deal. I have some, but if you're having the same problem and you've done this, the easiest fix and the thing I recommend doing is either go, if you're not very handy, you can try to do it yourself, or you can ask me how and I will tell you how, or you can just have it repaired by someone who knows what they're doing, will cost more money than it's worth, but then again, you could just mess it up yourself if you don't know how to do it. But the other thing to do would be to take this off, go right here, take these 4 screws out, lift this whole thing up, take the battery out first, lift this whole thing up, and then there's plastic pieces here, and then make sure the ribbon cables are plugged in there. Whoever you bought it from, or you, or a kid you know, or something, whoever you let use it, dropped it. And that's what the problem was. It got dropped, and the ribbon cable came out, and it's just not turning on. The easiest fix for that is to just fix it yourself. Take it apart, refix the ribbon cables, and it should work just fine. For me, it was just I got lucky, and it was my battery was corroded, and I didn't even need to buy a new battery, which wouldn't have been a big deal. If you need to, they're $5 online. You can get a higher milliamp, so longer battery life for like $5, and just put it in there, and it'll boot up just fine after a charge. And for this one, I cleaned off the battery, and no problems. It worked just fine, and that makes me happy because that's how it works. But turn the noise down so I don't get copyrighted. If you guys have problems, just make sure to let me know. That's basically the basics of what people were having problems with. But this one works just fine, and I'm glad I found it, and that's always exciting. So let me know what your problem is, and I can probably help. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. This has been I Fix Things, and I'll see you when I see you.